5-minute
call. This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your 5-minute call with Cessalee Stovall. Today we have on the line Arbender Robinson, and his top 5 are as follows. Number 1, he is originally from Crest Hill, Illinois. Number 2, he went to Viterbo University in Wisconsin. Number 3, he is currently in a Shuffle Along where you can see him 8 times a week. And Shuffle Along to go see him, you guys. The show is closing and it's phenomenal. Go see it. Number 4, this is not his first Broadway show. He has been in many, many, many others, including Hairspray, Little Mermaid, Hair, Ragtime, Hair Again, Book of Mormon, The Lion King, Beautiful, Les Mis, and now Shuffle Along. And number 5, he goes and has lunch with a homeless person once a week. You are the most awesome. Welcome, Arbender. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
In addition to all of that, he is right now headed to an audition in New York City. He's sitting outside at the train station while he's doing this interview.
At the train station right now, waiting for a train and doing this interview. This is exciting.
Okay, so we'll make it quick. Question 1 for you is, tell us a little bit about your journey from high school to college to where you are now.
When I was in high school, I did theater, but I never thought that I would do theater beyond that. Like, I never thought that theater would be my life. I had planned on going to college for law, pre-law actually, and I got into a car accident a few months before school started, and I was going to school on a cheerleading scholarship. And then my doctor said, you probably shouldn't cheer. So the school said, you probably shouldn't go here. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And get this, a nun called my house. And she said, based on your SAT scores and your ACT scores, we offered you all this money. Have you thought about where you're going to school? And I said, well, I thought about it, but that all fell through. So she said, well, we have money for you if you want to go to school here. So I was like, great. Do you have a journalism program? She's like, no. I was like, do you have a creative writing program? No. Do you have a pre-law program? No. Do you have a theater program? She's like, yes. They said you have to audition with a song and a monologue. I said, great. I went to the library, looked up what a monologue was, learned a monologue from a musical that I did at school. I sang Close Every Door from Joseph, went and auditioned for this school and got accepted. 2 weeks later, went to school there, and it turned out to be the best journey of my life. And then, immediately out of college, I started doing those regional audition conferences, SCTCs and UPTAs and the Unifieds and Straw Hats, all of them. I did them all. And I started booking myself for a year at a time. Then I was going through a really, really bad breakup in Florida. And I hopped on an airplane and flew to New York, called my friend and said, hey, you always said I could sleep on your couch. And he's like, yeah, when are you coming? I said, I'm here. So he said, I'm at an audition for Hairspray. Meet me there. So I said, while I'm there, I'll audition. I auditioned. It was a dance call. I got a call back to sing. I didn't have a book. I didn't have my music book. So I borrowed the book of the person who was going in after me, found a song that I knew in his book. Yeah, found a song that I knew in his book, went inside, sang the song. As I was leaving, they were like, sir, you forgot your book. I was like, no, it ain't even mine. And a month later, I started rehearsals for Hairspray on Broadway.
I love this story. See. Okay. Question number 2 for you is, what was the moment that you knew this was what you wanted to do for your career?
Once I got to college and understood like what the art of this craft is, like what acting is all about, I knew that I wanted to do it. So I guess it was that fated phone call from a nun that said, hey, come to school here. So then I kind of knew that everything was aligning in the right way to make this possible. So at that point, I just had to put in the extra work, which I think I did.
So what was the most memorable moment you've had either on stage or off stage throughout your career?
Ooh. And I can only pick one?
You can have 2.
I will say this. Right now I'm working on Shuffle Along. And for me, this entire process from beginning to end is like this masterclass bubble where we're surrounded by what I think are the best performers on Broadway. We're being taught by like one of the best tap dancers in the world. We have one of the best book writers and directors, I think, in the world. So it's like the best of the best are all working together, and like I'm a part of that. So like for me, I would say like right now, nothing has topped this experience from beginning to end. So that's like my biggest thing on stage. I would say off stage, uh, I learned at a really, really young age that everyone and everything has value and merit. And for me now, my offstage life is really about enjoying life and enjoying the people around me, whether it's like an opportunity to meet the president of the United States or it's hanging out with a homeless person that I met today on 42nd Street. But like really opening myself up to all those experiences and just trying to view life from as many different angles as I possibly can. It's kind of crazy, but it brings me so much joy. So
that is so cool. You are so cool. Okay, question 4 for you comes from our Twitter followers. Thank you, Twitter. And our followers want to know, if you could describe every Broadway show you've done using only 2 words, what would those 2 words be? Starting with Hairspray.
Hairspray, I'm going to say unbelievable opportunity.
Little Mermaid.
Original cast. Hello.
Hair.
Hair is like one of the most special shows that I've done for a number of reasons. So I'm gonna say life changing.
Okay. Ragtime.
Ragtime, too short. Only 7 weeks, too short.
Okay. Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon. Can I swear? No, I'm not gonna swear. Fun stuff.
Okay.
Like it's just it's just fun.
Fun. All right. Lion King.
Impossible dream. I auditioned for Lion King 36 times over the course of 12 years before they said yes. Yes, 36 times over the course of 12 years before they said yes. So impossible dream.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful. The Carole King musical.
Ah! Can I just say Carole King? Hello.
Yes.
Carole King.
Les Mis.
Les Mis. I'm gonna say it has to do something with race because I covered Marius. I was the first Black Marius ever on Broadway. So I'm gonna say race relations. How about that?
Okay. Okay. And now shuffle along.
Ah, the best.
I will totally take
It's
that.
gonna be like lame answers, Arbender, but it's true. So there we go.
That's awesome. All right. The last question for you is, if you could go back in time and give your 15-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be?
If I could give my 15-year-old self any kind of advice, I'm going to tell my 15-year-old self to dream big, because I'm on Broadway and I don't think that I ever allowed myself to dream that this was possible for me. So if I can go back, I would just tell myself, dude, dream big, dream for whatever you want, dream, 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 and let's see what happens. So that's kind of what I do now. I dream big. You know, I have some really, really big plans. Some of them are impossible, but I'm going to keep dreaming them and hope that they come true. So dream big. That's my motto. Dream big, because sometimes that stuff can come true.
That is so awesome. You are the best. Thank you so much for joining us on 5 Minute Call. Now go get on the train, get to your audition. We hope you book it. And we will be talking to you soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much. This is great.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's like the oh my goodness, there's like a guy power washing the building and there's a train.